Well, hello, folks. Well, here I'm screening this exercise here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to some code some challenges from this YouTube channel from Google, Live at Google. Well, I'm a fan of these challenges and I like to do it. In this case, is this challenge you see here on screen where you have these two arrays 1, 2, 3, and 9, and you have these two another array here 1, 2, 4, 4. From both you need to create a piece of code which shows you an 8 as a result, because 8 is the sum of these numbers. In this case, you see if you add 1, 2 is 3, plus 3 is not 6. So there's no way to get this if you just add numbers. To get this 8, you have to subtract 9 from 1. So, but in this case, you have 1, 2, 4, 4. You have to add this number 4 and 4 to get an 8. These are the two examples you have here. So for the first array, this code challenge is good because in one you have to subtract and for the other you have to add numbers. So it's very tricky. I'm going to do that, but not only the code in JavaScript, but I'm going to do that code, the solution for that code in one line only. That's a challenge. One line of code. Well, let's first begin. Remember, I will put what is here. Remember, we have an array of 1, 2, 3, and 9. The sum of this must be 8. And you have another example which is 1, 2, 4, and 4. And the sum of this should have to be 8 also. Well, so let's begin. I'm going to do first the full code, not in one line, so I can do the code because it's impossible to analyze for the human mind only if you did it before, but not otherwise. You need to do the code and then you have to try to translate everything to one line of code. One line of code is nothing but something hard to read, in my opinion, except it's something fast. But if it's something complex, one line of code will create nothing but conflicts with other developers coming to your code. So let's first do the code as it is, and then we're going to try to put everything in one line. Okay, so let's first define this array here. I'm using JavaScript, right? 1, 2, 3, and 9. That's our first variable. Well, now we have the sum. Let's begin with the array here. So first, what do we have to do? We have to go from 0 to the size of the array, right? Everything starts with a 4 because we have to check all the elements here. But the first thing we have to know is that we have to subtract sometimes. If you have to subtract, you have to start from the bigger number, which is 9, to the smallest number. So before we start, that's the first trick. We have to reverse this array. So the 9 is going to be first here. I will do this. I will 3, 2, and 1. That's it. This is what I want. Because if I start from here, right, I say, well, 9, it's bigger than 8. It doesn't work. So I have to subtract. And I go subtracting, right, until I get the 8. That's my idea. So to do that, I will use the reverse function in JavaScript, which will do the job for me. It's going to be from 9. It will sort inverse this array. Okay, I will send this I declaration to here, right? So I'm completing the one line. I'm doing everything in one line, step by step. Okay, the first thing I have to do is to also define, the next thing is to define a variable which will contain the sum, this one. You can call it sum, right? Now it's 0. So if sum is equal to 8, what I'm going to do? Okay, well, console log sum and break the result, right? Don't continue going around the right, because we already, sorry, not 8, not 0, 8. If our sum is equal to 8, which is our result here, just console the result and break this 4, so you didn't waste any time. For this case, it's nothing, but if we have a long array, well. And besides, we don't want to continue doing operations, so we need to break this, not only for the length of the array, but also because I don't want to get any operations. But what if it's not 8, obviously? What else can be? It can be bigger than 8, which is our first case, because 9, it's bigger than 8. So what do we have to do there? We have to subtract. We have to subtract the number we have in our array. So remember, we are going to have this 9, 3, 2, and 1. So this is the case. It's equal to 8? No. It's bigger? Yes, it's bigger. So we have to start subtracting. Okay. And if not, we are going to add. Sum. If it's not bigger, okay, we need to add numbers. And that's it. That's it. And we have the 8 here. Okay? Before converting all this to one line, we're going to try the next one, which is 1, 2, 4, and 4. So let's redefine this here. Okay, and let's apply the same code here. And I should have let's see. And we have the 8 here. Okay, well, so it's working. That's the way we have to do it. Now we have to convert this to one line only. Okay, so let me see. First, we are going to copy this 4, right? And I'm going to add result equals 0. And I'm going to, the result, here is the trick. It's going to be first, I have to translate this question. This if, in all the languages, or mostly out of all of them, you can do an if conditional in one line. So that's what we are going to do here. If you're a developer, you will know. I'm sure the language you handle, maybe it's JavaScript. So that's why you are looking this video, and you will know that you can translate this to to one line only. If sum, it's equal to 8, we have a question mark, and this is the way we do that. So if s is equal to 8, what do we have to do? The result is going to be the sum. We're not going to console log here in this if. We're going to assign the result here to the sum. So if this is the case, sum is going to be the result here, okay? But what if not? What if not? The else. Now I'm here. I'm in this stage. If sum is bigger than 8, okay, so we move this to here, and we have the same structure for the if in one line. If it's bigger, okay, we just do this. But if not, we grab this and we move it to here. Let's see, and that's it. You just move everything to one line only. And if we, I don't know if this, let's try this, okay? Let's try this. We have to console log the result. Let's comment this. Let's add a comment here. Okay. Let's see. Let's clear this. And we have our 8 here. So it's working. Let's try with this one. And so A is going to be this one. Let's run it again. Not a number. Oh, yeah, because there isn't a space here. Reverse. That's it. Now we're doing it. Okay. It's working in both occasions. The last thing I have to do is to try to convert this 4 into one line here, and let me see if this works. Yeah, well, no. I will try to. Yeah. That's it. And we have our one line of code. That's it for our algorithm. So we were able to, that's a one line. So this tricky algorithm in one line. It's great. Well, thanks for watching. This is it. Hope you like it. Bye.